Alright, and now it's time for another world premiere. This one is a European-made game about hope, love, friendship, robots.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and yes, I know what you're going to say. Dude, you've been in the same t-shirt for the last few days. I know. I've had one of those frustrating weeks where I just feel like I don't feel motivated at the moment, but today I do feel quite the opposite because remember Dustborn?
That's for you. She's right. The question is, what do you have to say? I think we can all agree that my trio voice was better than yours.
Yep, that horrific sideshow from last year. The same Dustborn, by the way, which outlived Concord, even making its belated goodbye at the Tokyo Game Show from 2024. But today, folks, and you might be very unaware of this, but Ragnar Tornquist, the man at Red Thread Games, has brought out the next title after Dustborn. It's called Hello Sunshine, and we're going to react to the trailer, to the screenshots, and a reminder that while this game might potentially be not bad, Mr. Tornquist is still quite the racist.
Yes, hallelujah, it's the video show. And now, the man the BBC calls...
Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog.
So before we get into this trailer reaction, folks, which of course is in 4K, I want you to look at the employee ID right here, Andreas Kunzman. So Andreas Kunzman is a musician of sorts, and I don't know if musical notes will have a bearing in Hello Sunshine, because obviously in Dustborn, it was a big component of that game, wasn't it? And of course, from far away, this actual photograph reminded me of the head of Xbox himself, Satya Nadella. But without further ado, folks, this is 2 minutes and 43 seconds. And what do the comments say? Well, in 2 minutes, you managed to capture an electric state feel better than the entire movie. So props to that. Can't wait to see the gameplay. And yeah, Electric State, Netflix, I'm not bothered watching it. I heard it's absolutely terrible. I don't know what Chris Pratt is doing these days. He goes from the Terminal List to starring in the film with Millie Bobby Brown, another insufferable cow, by the way. But God, look her up. She is really like, she's sniffing her own fart way too soon. Here we go, folks. Oh, that's him. Rest in peace, Andreas. So one thing about our breathing female protagonist, we don't ever see her face. And I don't know why that is. Yes, she's not going to be white, obviously, and that's not a real bother to me, but obviously it's going to be the usual DEI casting when it comes to video games from an all-white male studio. Not probably all of them are completely all-male, and certainly most of them are all white, but again, I'm just saying that for tongue-in-cheek folks. So yeah, so that's what you can see from this side profile in 4K. It looks like she has got afro-ish, straightish hair, so she's probably mixed heritage. Very obviously closed up because again, it's the environment that she finds herself in. She's the last employee, by the way, of the corporate entity that's called Sunshine. But I'll get into that, folks, at the end. Let's carry on. So of course now when you see the robot you think of Big Hero 6 and its hero Baymax, or even the Iron Giant, which by the way is my favourite Vin Diesel movie ever. And yes folks, I saw Smash JT give a live reaction to this, so I'm giving you my own version. It does look good actually, it does look good so far for an indie title. I'm just wondering though, if this is like one big cutscene you can't be a part of, you just have to be a spectator. So I guess we know who the good guy is, I suppose. Actually, I might be wrong about the ethnicity of the female. I think she's probably Latina, just looking at her features yet again. Follow me. I mean, if you told me this is from the studio that brought you... Oh. Right, so I think that we're going to get much more extended gameplay at this year's Summer Game Fest, right? I think that's where we're going to see more of that being revealed. But you know what? If you've got to be honest and objective thus far, looks like a very pretty game, right? And I'm going to show you some of these screenshots here, folks, so you can make up your own mind. Yep, so there again, folks, our female protagonist, very much hidden from view of the camera, sand deserty, whatever. And there you go, there, have a look. So yeah, we know she's female, very disproportionate body, because God knows you can't actually have a very curvy woman even in the apocalypse. It's kind of set out a bit like well, your standard video game survival horror thriller type game, right? Obviously I think about Resident Evil 5 when I see this layout here. You could probably combine items to give you to get combat healing, all that stuff, right? To make yourself fitter and stronger. Because apparently there will be combat in the game, so to speak. So we'll just carry on. You've got this. She's obviously getting tired. I guess that's your stamina. They're all hearts. So as they go down, you need to find more energy, more reserves to replete yourself. That looks pretty good. That's not bad. Again, why are they purposely hiding the protagonist? Is she a gender ambiguity type protagonist, right? I'm just wondering if we're going to get some kind of a thing regarding hello sunshine. But let's just carry on to the main focus, folks, which is more posts regarding this. So on the official Red Thread Games website itself, it's calling itself a survival mystery RPG set in the ruins of a corporate empire. So already, you know, this is very much a anti-capitalistic video game. Those tones are certainly there. Walk in the shadow of a giant robot during the hot days. Stay close to keeping warm at night. Scavenge, craft, upgrade. I do wonder with the robot relationship if there's going to be more than just a relationship, if there's feelings between the two people. I do wonder. Again, this is from the people that brought you Dustborn. Hello Sunshine is being developed by Red Thread Games, a Norwegian indie studio behind Dreamfall Chapters, Draugen and Dustborn. Of course, we know that stuff already. So again, it's telling you that you've got to be dressed in a certain way just to make sure that you don't succumb to the environmental issues of the day or at night. You salvage resources from supply drops and storage units. And again, because you're the last employee of Sunshine the company, you get certain benefits like pulling up to gas stations and doing refills or replenishment. So you've got those maybe clever game mechanics, or maybe quite ordinary. Who is the final employee? What is the white tower at the end of the road? And what happens when the last machine remembers your name? Probably means you're dead. Who knows? So the screenshots we've already seen. Ragnar Tornquist over at X is not letting Dustborn go. You can go to GOG.com. Again, GOG, the parent organization, is CD Projekt Red themselves, 60% off. So if you do want to buy the game, so if I want to pay for this in the UK, the standard edition is £10. But if I want to upgrade by £3 more or £3.99, I guess, you can get the £3.29 more. Then it's the complete edition, which comes with the soundtrack and the Vision Tour bundle. I mean, isn't that so exciting, folks? As we carry on, we have Ragnar himself on his official website. Just plug in what he does, blah, blah, blah. Instagram is pretty much the same thing. Hello, everybody's congratulating him down below, which is good for him, I suppose. Nothing on Facebook regarding that. On the Steam DB wish list is currently 1,118. May go higher if word of mouth is actually going to be positive. And I think for the time being, it probably will be. But just a reminder, folks, just an absolute reminder as to why everything that glitters might not be gold. So from Smash JT, remember this article from last year, folks? Oh boy, this is not a very good look for Mr. Tornquist. Our team is predominantly white and male. That's unfortunate, and hopefully something we can change in the long term. But hey, we live in Norway and we work in the games industry. Them's the shakes, as they say. As white males, we have absolutely nothing against our own gender or ethnicity. Well, you could have fooled me, bub, because the opening sentence of this paragraph suggests to me, a non-white male himself, would think you're actually blasting your own kind, which makes no sense. Except that it gets very dull. So, I mean, look, I could say the same thing about myself. If I worked in an office with all brown people, I would think to myself, you know what? I want a bit of a coconut or a bit of white to shake it all up a bit here, you know, something else to come in. But oh no, if I were to say that, it makes me look like a complete dullard, doesn't it? We have enough male whiteness in our daily lives. Diversity is fun, colourful, and inspiring. It makes creating words and writing stories more interesting. You know what? Sometimes when I look at Ragnar's face, there's a smidgen of sympathy from me to him. But then that piece of writing I went through doesn't endear me to the guy even more. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of those things where I'm thinking, oh dude, if I had no idea this was from the people I brought you Dustborn, I would be genuinely excited about what this game actually is. Now it's actually Dustborn, the people behind that game, and now they're coming out with Hello Sunshine as opposed to Hello Dolly with Barbara Streisand. I actually do wonder, as time and space and the continuum unfolds, what we're going to see. And dudes and dudettes, I went searching high and low in all nooks and crannies to find any tidbit of information I could about this game. Oh, hold the phone there, ladies and gentlemen, because it looks like yours truly spoke way too soon. Let's just remind ourselves again of the Sunshine logo right here. Have a look at her right there. You see that? You're paying attention? Now, have a look at this. So at the end of the trailer, it mentions Sunshine Solutions Global. And this is the official website of that made-up firm. So if you just scroll on down a little bit, I'm assuming this used to be the CEO of the company, the fictional company, whose name is Sunwoo Jason J-In. And it's a mission statement out here which says, we set out to make the domestic station untroubled and more comfortable for our beloved wives and daughters. What about the sons? With convenient home appliances that would serve them and their needs. Oh, okay, so he's a sexist boss overlord. From the kitchen to the garden and beyond. As our enterprise continues to evolve into an omnipresent servant of mankind, Sunshine will be there today, tomorrow, every day, forever. With the tools, the technologies, and the intelligence prescribed to bring all of humanity, wives, daughters, husbands and sons, that's more like it, into the shining future. Let's all embrace a brighter tomorrow for you, for us, for everyone. Now, what is very interesting about this, because before, the game gave you some idea what you might be doing with your huge Big Hero 6 companion, right? And now we've got a better idea. So you've got a product here called Sunny. Obviously a play on the word Sunny itself. The Sunny Home 1000. So it looks a bit like an old Apple or IBM PC, right? I'm assuming these are things you interact with in the game. That's what I'm trying to say. So again, you got a drone, you got our friend here. Let's stay in touch, which I've done actually. I've done exactly that. There is something here which I thought, oh, let me see. Our calling, is that it? No. I think it's careers. So if you were applying for a job, so it's a survey. My workmates are my bosom buddies. Well, you know, when I think about bosoms, what comes to mind? It's okay to make mistakes. Hang on a minute. Can you actually submit this? This is rather interesting. Oh, I see. I wonder what, you know what I think this is? I think this is to do with the fact that you will be asked to be a tester on this game. So I'll just do a SpongeBob a few moments later and I'll get back to you. My workmates are my bosom buddies. I strongly no, they're not. It's okay to make mistakes. Well, I should know all about that, even though I wouldn't consider it a mistake still. I strongly agree. I do not have mediocre ambitions. I'm neutral about that one. I will never walk in the shadow of others. I strongly agree. Industrial monopolies are disadvantageous to society. I agree. It's paramount to unfailingly take a stance. Neutral again. No, let me go disagree. I think it's to do with the theme of the game. Again, we look at that game, it's got Ray Palpatine vibes, like the character, the way she's dressed. I will unquestioningly surrender my mortal flesh in service to the conglomerate. Strongly disagree. An entombed root may never truly recognize the sun. I agree. I trust wholeheartedly in the decisions made by men of prosperous rank in the hierarchy. Strongly disagree because you're playing as a chick.
A few moments later.
Oh, here we go. Depending on your responses, you may be contacted again by a Sunshine partner. Please do not resubmit this form. Double submissions will be disqualified. Keep smiling, Sunshine. That is hilarious. So I do wonder what Hello Sunshine will have in store for us. Is this Ragnar Tornquist's way of redeeming himself? Is he really chasing the glory dragon? Is he hoping this might get Game of the Year nominated at the Jeff Keighley Game Award show that nobody cares about? Will it be beaten to the post by Joseph Perez's Split Fiction? Only time will tell, folks. And all I'm going to say is this. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a like. Give it a dislike if you want to. Again, it always helps the algorithm. And if I were you and if you were me, you should definitely return for the next video. And I promise I'll be in a brand new t-shirt from the next video that you'll see before your very eyes.